Hello and welcome back to Locator Gaming. I'm Zach and I'm continuing on with my playthrough of Earthborne Rangers. We're still on day one. The first part got a little long. I did some deck explaining at the beginning. That took up a little bit of time. I don't know how much longer it's going to go. We still have a lot of cards in both of the decks actually. So far today we got the biscuit delivery mission. We've delivered 2 of the 3 biscuits here in White Sky. We're probably going to try to give our last one to Vera here. We got a helping hand mission. Artel wants us to take him to Golden Shore. And we got a lure mission to lure Quiet from the Elder here at White Sky. So this is actually one that's listed on our campaign sheet, our campaign tracker. So this one will persist from day to day, but helping hand does not persist from day to day. What else? I think we're pretty well set up. We've got a nice complement of gear over here. We haven't had to use our whistle yet. We've been using trail mix quite a bit actually to soothe some fatigue. And we've got our good little sheepdog Oru and our sparrowhawk Riri out on the table over here. We just finished a round and we're about to start a new round, including drawing path cards and everything. So I think we'll just get right into it. Starting with the lead ranger. We've got the bubble. We did do a big scout, and I don't remember if this is the last one that we scouted or not. Geez, I don't know what's up with the... We'll focus on that thing. 50. The bubble. Standing on the edge of one of White Sky's platforms, you can see through the clear water to the lake bed a good 5 meters down. Nestled among the jagged rocks and mud is what looks like a large bubble of trapped air. You see green within and movement as well. You ask one of the locals, a young boy, if there's anyone in the bubble right now. Just one, he says, not taking his eyes off the bobber on his fishing line. Solaro Mako, the archaeologist. Said he wanted to study some of the old archaeology gadgets down there. When you ask when he's coming up, he laughs. No idea. Solaro says the bubble has plenty of food in it. You can stay down there forever. So the bubble needs your ranger tokens. And you get down there with that swim test. But you have to return all of your equipped gear to your hand in order to do that. So it's kind of like a reset of your stuff. You do prevent fatigue from the weather, which is nice, but we've only got one more round of midday sun. So that's one path card. And then over here, we got a romping Lutrinol. First time we've seen one of these, I think. So this is prey. This could help lure Quiet out. We need 5 total presents. This is only a 1. This does have ambush. So it ambushes us for a fatigue. You know what? I mean, getting all the gear back into your hand does reset the sensors, or I mean does reset the tokens. Maybe we do want to try to get down to the bubble, but it's fitness plus exploration. It is a feature, so having tokens on Field Journal would help because it's interacting with the feature. It's not a specific kind of test. He says we would have to wait a turn or so. I mean, we could stay here collecting Lutrinols on lure. The muckets are also prey, but they have 0 presence, so that's not that great. Yeah, we'll think about it. We might want to strike every 2 effort. If you fail, suffer 1 injury. I'm wondering if we should. Well, now I'm wondering what. If I should go down to the bubble. Let's do this first. I think this character is going to go first, but we can use exhaust abilities at the beginning or end of any ranger's turn. So we're going to use Trail Mix and actually let this ranger soothe 3 fatigue, because Trail Mix is equal to their fit energy in their energy pool, and it's 3. So they're going to soothe 3 fatigue. Walk with me. It's good. It's good. And we just got some conflict icons that we can use on our hiking staff. So we're going to do this. Spend 3. It's a difficulty of 2. We want to try to end at 4. We're going to strike out at the Lutrinol. We'll use Thorough to end at 5. Yeah, so we're at 5. This is a fitness test. -1. So we end at 4, and it's add 1 harm to a being for every 2 effort. So that's 2 harm onto the Lutrinol. It's cleared, and it's prey, so it's going to our lure over here. Then Mountain. If there's an active predator, now there is no active predator. So that's fine. Okay, what do we want to do here? So this is actually interesting. The bubble, return all of your equipped gear to your hand. Biscuit basket, that can't happen, right? Because it doesn't get played. So maybe we actually can't do the bubble. I don't know. What's the interaction between biscuit basket and the bubble? It is equipped gear, but it doesn't get played out of your hand. I don't know, maybe we just travel. We can always come back for the bubble. Is there anything I want to get set up? I don't think so. I don't think so. So we're going to go 3 spirits. I don't have any connection icons to play. Trying to give a biscuit to Vera. So it's 3, -1 is 2, and it is a threshold of 2. So we are giving the last biscuit to Vera, which adds 4 progress to Vera, which is going to clear Vera. So I think we finish this first, because we have 0 biscuits. And then we'll work on the clearing of Vera. So it says when you have 0 biscuits on this gear, read 1.02. If the Rangers have no biscuits on their rule cards, go to 1-2A. We do not. We did not eat any. With an empty basket, you continue down the path until you come across Calypso and Cal, resting beside a bubbling stream. Calypso gestures toward the basket. How did it go? She asks. You tell her of the people you met in your travels today and how each was appreciative of High Pimpot's bakery. Calypso stands and makes a show of studying you closely. And... no crumbs. I'm impressed. Cal, I believe this settles our bet. He figured you would have snuck a few for yourself. Cal looks at you suspiciously. You need to learn to live a little, he says. Complete the biscuit delivery mission and return the biscuit basket to the collection. Each ranger soothes to fatigue, then go to 1.03. Okay, we'll do these in steps. So, complete biscuit delivery. We'll cross that off. Return biscuit basket to the collection. Each ranger soothes to fatigue. We've got no over here, but over here we've got a following footsteps. Then go to 1.03. Just spun the lure mission around. .03. From down the path comes the sound of melodic whistling. Before long, a man wearing many layers of cloaks and walking with the aid of an ornate conduit follows. As he passes, he tips his wide-brimmed hat in your direction. Good day to you, friends. Good day, Master Owl, Calypso replies. Lone Tree's hanging gardens are thirsty. They'll be grateful for some rain. Fear not, my dear Calypso, for there's no shaper more skilled at stirring the clouds than I. By the time you return, those gardens will be thoroughly satiated. With that, the shaper continues down the path. He resumes his whistling as he passes from sight. Cal shakes his head. That fool is overly impressed by his own abilities, he says. Trouble will come of it. Mark my words. Calypso nods and turns to you. It's time you should be on your way, she says. The village elders often have tasks that require the help of the rangers. I recommend that you seek them out on your travels. I know also that Cordo would like some help dealing with the caustic mulcher that roams the woodlands. I'm not sure what he has in mind, but you can seek him out at Lone Tree Station if you're interested. Farewell. With that, Calypso and Cal disappear into the forest, leaving you to explore the valley on your own. What you do now is entirely up to you. You could, for example, spend time exploring the different path types to familiarize yourself with the flora and fauna. Or you could travel the pivotal locations on the map and delve into the path deck to find people in need of assistance and missions to complete. Take your time. You'll be called upon if there's an emergency. Now you may end your day or continue playing. Well, we're going to continue playing because we have all kinds of cards left in our things. So it talked about Cordo at Lone Tree Station, but we need to get Artel to Golden Shore. I did want to go to the Northern Outpost after that, but maybe we'll see what's up with Cordo and this caustic mulcher. I don't know if that thing can come out of the deck permanently, but that would be sweet if it could. That's all the mission stuff. Now we got to deal with Vera being cleared. 49. $47. $49. Clear if you've saved Vera. No. Otherwise, go to 49.5. You move down the shore and find Vera cleaning the deck of her longboat. She looks up and sighs. You ready? You may immediately end the round and travel to one of the following locations: Lone Tree Station, Golden Shore, or Atrox Mountain. Use the lakefront terrain type when building the path deck. If you choose to travel in this way, discard the current challenge card and do not resolve the remainder of this test. If you choose not to travel, discard Vera and resolve the remainder of the test as normal. Well, we are going to travel because we want to go to Golden Shore to take Artel over there. So we're going to discard this, and we're immediately ending the round. Does that mean we did not get to rest? End the round. No, I think that wording is a little out of order because then we wouldn't get to travel. We wouldn't set up the path deck and stuff. I don't have a little sticker here indicating that there's a errata for this, but it says in the round and travel. I don't think we get to rest though. Let me throw in a fast cut and look this up on the Discord. Be right back. Okay, so better than trying to look it up on the Discord, I actually asked Chub Frog and he told me, and then he reminded me that it's in the FAQ. So it does specifically say in the FAQ that when it says in the round, what it means is in the Rangers turn, which is phase 2, and then you still do phase 3 and 4. So we are traveling. This stuff gets cleared away. We didn't need to worry about putting progress on White Sky. We are still going to use the Lakeshore what's it called? The Lakeshore Path cards. White Sky stuff goes back to the pivotal locations. Quizzy goes back to the valley. So we can look at the map real quick. Although we're not traveling along one of the paths on here. We're going across the lake on Vera's boat from White Sky to Golden Shore. Otherwise we would have had to have gone like 2 locations around, or 1, 2, 3 this direction. So let's continue to get help from the book. Clear the play area, which we did. If we had any travel away things, we would do it now. Travel to the new location. We're not deciding to camp. We're building a new path deck. So actually, it is good to look at this here for a second. Probably zoomed in. So these ones with all the points on them that are like brown and yellow are pivotal locations. They have their own path deck cards. These other ones that are like brownish, I don't know if the green on here is going to mess with it too much, but you can see even better this way. White Sky and Golden Shore. So we are headed up to Golden Shore. It's weird, the forest ones are green, so you can kind of see through it, like up here. Ooh. Why does that amuse me? It's weird. Okay. Building the path deck. What did I do with the lake stuff? Here it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 here because 1 neutron was set aside. We need... Where are we going? Golden Shore. We'll look at that in a second. So when you're going to a non-pivotal location, you take the Valley set. There are 14 of these cards, of which Quizzy was 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why is there only 13? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, Quiet is face down on the lure mission. Okay, we have to shuffle this up. Let's shuffle it real good. And if you play card games, real good shuffling is pile shuffling, right? That's like, I think it's a rule. It's science. It happens in these kind of games. Shuffle it up real good. And then we want 1, 2, 3 random cards from the Valley set. And we don't want to peek at what's left in the Valley set. And we don't want to peek at what we got. Okay, path deck created. Location, arrival, setup, and then we do the refresh phase. So let's look at our new location. Golden Shore, lots of green. This is also a trail, which is nice, right? Location water trail. It's kind of small print, but it's fine. Everything's fine. 1 presence, 3 R's. We need 6 progress with our 2 characters. Contemplate the rhythmic waves as they lap the glittering shoreline to soothe 1 fatigue for every 2 effort. We're not pretty stacked with fatigue at the moment. Golden Shore, entry 12. If Artel is in play, go to 12.1. Artel nods approvingly. Look, that little tucked away spot under those trees. It definitely feels better, don't you think? Nothing spooking the fish around here, I can tell. Artel pulls one of several collapsible fishing poles out of a long conical tube. Here, never let it be said that I don't pay my debts. Besides, how many vaulting rods does one person need? Gain the Artel's vaulting rod reward card. Then discard Artel, return helping hand to the collection, record found the perfect fishing spots in the campaign tracker. Okay, Artel discarded, helping hand, returned. He is a white sky card, so he will go in the pivotal locations. Oh boy, now the fun of pulling out my double stack of reward cards with Ranger Doubler. This is not even half of it that I got in my hand here. I've got 4 copies because I have a Ranger Doubler, and you take all of the copies. We'll have to remember to do this here in a second. We have to be able to camp to add these to our decks if we want to. It's an aid card. That's sweet. It takes up 3 slots though. That's not sweet. However, if we put it over on the person that has the belt pouch, we can add a token to any aid card. It doesn't have to be our aid card. We can use a vault to exhaust an obstacle. That is amazing because then you can travel without needing to clear it. When there's no vaults on this gear, discard it. So this is a little bit different than other cards in the game. Other cards, when they have no tokens, they don't discard unless, like this one, it specifically tells you to discard it. We can also fish here with awareness and conflict at a difficulty level of 2. If there's a water card in play, it soothes 2 fatigue and adds 2 progress to a water card. So it's 1 test that lets us soothe, fatigue, and put some progress on some type of water feature. Okay, we've got stuff everywhere. What else were we supposed to do? Found the perfect fishing spot on our tracker. Found perfect fishing spot. I did have to come up with some names. Actually, I'm probably going to request some names from my children. And that was it. Now we have to do the drawing of path cards. For the setup part, Elite Ranger just draws 1 path card. Tidewater muckets. We spent some time with those at our last location. Now we go to the refresh phase. Let's do this. Goes to 3. Then if there are 3, flip the card. We flip this back over to perfect day with 3 clouds. Everything's coming up gravy. Refresh. Refresh. I would have tried to figure out a way to rest with this character at a minimum, and then probably use this before I did that spirit test to deliver the biscuit. But that's fine. We're good. Is that everything for refresh? No, we got to draw cards, right? Ranger card here is a Homeward Bound, and Ranger card here. I'm zoomed in and you can't even see what I'm talking about. Another headset. We drew Homeward Bound over here. Okay. I think that's it. So we start a new round. Drawing path cards. Lead Ranger's path card is Ranger Cash. Okay, this is a Valley card. 79. It is a feature, and it says supply. You barely notice the sigil carved into a nearby rock. You don't see any sign of the Ranger Cache, but you whistle the 5 tones that Ben Amon taught you during your training. The illusion of a rocky outcropping covered in lichen flares and fades as the Lenser deactivates, revealing 4 carbon-forged chests bolted to the rock. Okay, so this says, with an awareness plus exploration, we can search at a 2, the cache for useful gear, to move your Ranger token to this feature. Then you may search your deck for a gear and equip it. If you fail, move your Ranger token to this feature, and you may add 1 token to one of your equipped gear. So you can either bring out a new piece of gear, and then when you clear it, each Ranger shuffles 2 cards from their Ranger discard into their deck. So that's nice. When you clear it, you can extend the day a little bit. And this is up here. It does have 1 presence. It's not friendly or anything either. And we got a Lutrinol for our friend over here. I really would like Pt2, you know, that would be nice if I could. But Pt2's not gear, is he? Or she, I'm not sure. Ambush is a fatigue on the Lutrinols, can't forget that. Okay, so I guess we can just keep working on prey for our lure mission. Try to travel away from here to go to Northern Outpost. Let's do this first. Let's get our intention translator out with 3 uses on it. That's an easy, quick turn. What do we have here? We've got, okay. Should we try to get rid of the Lutrinol? I don't want it to be fatiguing. We could use Oru to move it up here and add 2 progress to it. And then let's do... Let's do the test on the Ranger cache. So it's awareness plus exploration. So we're going to commit our other headset. Move your 2 this speed and you may add 1. Actually, you know what? I don't want to pass. So I'm going to commit 1 awareness. Yeah, I don't want to pass. So we're doing 1 awareness. So we fail. But it says if you fail, move your Ranger token to this feature. And you may add 1 token to one of your equipped gear. I want a boundary sensor. I think. Yes. Sun. If there's another romping Luchadon in play, no, there's not. If there's an exhausted predator ready, there's not. Yeah, and that has a shuffle icon on it. So our Ranger token is there. We don't have any fatigue to benefit from petting Oru. There's a bunch of prey in the forest, right? But the caustic mulcher is also in the forest. I don't know if we can get to 5 prey just on the water. I don't think we can. Well, let's do the fit test on Oru, the petting the dog test. So it's 2. Move all progress from a being to a feature. I haven't really needed that right now. I need a heart. I think not. So we're at a 2 versus a 1 on a fitness test is a 0. So what it says is ready this being and soothe 1 fatigue. We don't have any fatigue to soothe. But we do get to ready Oru. That's fine. Now, we did not add any progress. If there's an active predator other than a romping Luchadon, exhaust it. No. If there's an active predator, exhaust it. Luchadons are both predator and prey. Add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. So it's just a 1 because it has a presence of 1. So they ate a mucket. Now at the end of my turn, I'm going to exhaust Oru. We'll move the Lutronol to here and add 2 progress to it. I think that's fine. Back over to here, we are going to traverse Golden Shore, I think. Oop, we're done with that. We need 6 on there. We got to go past the Ranger cache because it's not friendly, but we can dodge it. So we don't take the fatigue. Might as well, right? 3. Do we use a boundary sensor to make it 4? It's already a trail, right? We might be able to do this in one go here. We're going to add this, so that's 4. Because I don't think we need our other headset. Sure, let's commit an effort from that to make it 5. So we're looking at fitness. Okay, so 5, progress. Mountain from Perfect Day makes it 6. And no mountains. It's good. Okay, so now let's connect with the Lutrinol. I'm going to do 2 and 1 from this. So we're sitting at 3 against a 1 on a spirit test. 0. So that takes this to 7. But clears it. It's prey, so it's going to go over here. So we're sitting at 2. Then crests. There's no crests. This has to get exhausted when I used it. And it's the end of my turn. I might as well, let's exhaust, spin this other spirit to add a token to this. Now what do we do over here? Probably nothing. We will rest. We have 2 focus, so we get to put 2 onto field journal. Back over to here. 2 awareness. Plus perceptive. We're doing this test here. It's a search. The difficulty is 2, so we're at 3, plus the Ranger token makes it 4. The Mucket doesn't fatigue us in anything, so we're sitting at 4. Gets difficulty of 2. It's a 5. So no problems there. After you succeed a test in which you committed this attribute, gain 1 awareness. Okay, so technically we have 1 awareness. And our token would go there. Both the tokens are there, so we clear it. Oh, when we passed, we could search. I should have failed it on purpose. Why did I make it so powerful? That was dumb, but that's fine. Do I want gear out of my deck? No, I don't think so. Each ranger shuffles 2 cards from their ranger discard into their deck. What do I even want? Honestly, I might want these exploration symbols more than anything. We're just going to make it easy and say that's what it is. Hakoto, where are you? What do we have over here that we want back? Maybe some hearts. Hearts would probably be good. Ooh, another boundary sensor would be great. I have probably forgotten to use a favorite gear like 1,000 times. The right tool, or no, Mother of Invention. Still costs the energy. I think I want this just for the heart symbol. So now the question is, do I try to deal with some Lutrinols? Or do we just leave? I think we just leave. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to the northern outpost. This one already rested. We will rest over here as well. Mountain. We didn't add any progress. Active predator, no. Okay, so we're going to travel again. So let's clean up the play area. Clear the play area, choose a new location, and assemble the path deck for the new location. So clearing the play area means all of this stuff. What other valley stuff did we get? Ooh, arcology sinkhole. Oh, and Binamon. We're not going to need the lake shore, and we're not going to need these. So, back to the valley those go. Yeah, I mean, we could have also gotten one of the bad valley cards too, I guess. One of the difficult things to deal with. So we're going to go from Golden Shore up to the northern outpost. And the fact that you can see through that trail there means that it is woods. It is woods. So, northern outpost. We need its pivotal location cards. There are 3 of them. And the woods. There are some does and some bucks and stuff in here that should be prey. But then we have to travel away with 5, right? So where are we going to go? Back to Golden Shore? I don't know. Where are we going to travel to? Okay, Northern Outpost comes in with 2R neglect, so 4 neglect. Do a focus test to tidy and discard 1 neglect from this location. If you fail, it fatigues you. When there's no neglect on this location, read 4.1. We need 8 progress to get away from this place. It's a location, pivotal, ranger station. Number 4 is what we're going to read, and then we have to draw 2 path cards as part of setup. Mistakes were made. Should have gone back to Lone Tree. The hike through the dark and gloomy woods has taken you hours, but you finally reached the northern outpost. Read 1. If you have fixed up northern outpost, read. No, we have not. Otherwise, read. Scraps of wood, cloth, leather, and paneling lie scattered about the exterior. After long years of neglect, the forest around seems to press in on the outpost from all sides. Search the northern outpost set for the deep woods and put it into play, and then continue reading. I already put it in here. The deep woods. We got to put that into play. If you haven't gained or completed the Search Lun mission, read the following. You find a note tacked to the door. It reads, I went to go investigate a strange presence in the forest. Be back by the full moon. If I'm not, I'm probably in trouble. Lun. You step inside, but it's deserted. The note said Lun should have been back days ago. Sounds like he probably needs help. Rangers choose. Look for Lun. Gain the Search Lun mission. Record 94.7 3 days from now. Or we could do not today. Record 94.7 3 days from now. So is Lun, hang on, but while I'm shuffling this, is Lun, so either of these, Lun is not going to be added to the path deck. So we might as well just get Lun out as well. Why not? Let's take the mission to search for Lun. So, search. Is there more than one search? No. Okay, we still have to draw path cards, but we got a lot of stuff to look at here. If your current location is not a ranger station, when a feature comes into play, place 2 trail tokens on it. Unfortunately, it is. When a card with a trail token on it is cleared, place those tokens on this card. So we're going to need 8 trail tokens, but we need to get to a place that's not a ranger station for this to even start having trail tokens on stuff. Move 1 trail token, remove 1 trail token, urgency of the task. So crests are bad. Crests are bad. So scan the search for Lun. Record 94.7 3 days from now. 1, 2, 3. So on day 4, we have to read 94.7 FM. You may choose this option only if you don't have another search or rescue mission. Well, we don't, so. And that is it. The deep woods is coming into play. 40. Okay. The evergreen woods of the northern mountains consist of massive rotting cedars intermixed with silver firs draped in hanging moss. No light filters down from the canopy, leaving the forest floor a gloomy cathedral, crowded with tree trunks and lichen-covered rocks. You can't see more than a few meters ahead, and all around you, the forest seems completely quiet. Okay, so we can do an awareness test plus exploration to hide in the dense undergrowth to move our ranger token to this feature. While our ranger token is on this feature, you can use the following response. When a being fatigues you, you may add any number of harm to this feature to prevent should be an equal amount of fatigue. If a mountain comes up, exhaust this feature. Search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play. Well, that's not nice. It's going to be bringing predators out on mountains. Still doing setup. We haven't even got to the refresh phase yet. Lead Ranger draws a path card. Sunberry Bramble. This is a feature. We can pluck fruit off of it to soothe fatigue. If we fail, it fatigues us. Prey will eat it and add progress to itself. So that's nice. And this ranger, Overgrown Thicket, is an obstacle. Did we deal with this before? We did, yeah. Okay, we need 4 neglect on there. We'll see if we have time. I don't know if we're going to be able to find Lund today. I'm going to try to get quiet out. Okay, now we go to the refresh phase, finally. Which means one of these is going to tick off. Cards are all readied. Draw cards. Here we draw Healing Touch. This is actually good. We can finally use a combo with Riri with that. And the Mother of Invention. Another heart. Oh, that might be the one I put back in the deck. Trail markers. Could be good, especially since this is an 8. 8 progress location. Because trail markers can be attached to a location or a feature, and this one is not a trail, it's just pivotal ranger station location. Because in our hiking staff, we can exhaust to use a stride to add progress. Plus trail markers adds more progress. Okay, that's enough talking. We start the new round, which means we got to draw path cards. A Trick of Light. 39. Enters play. If you have met an interloper, go to 39.1. We have not. Otherwise, go to 39.2. 39.1. A glint of light, a strange movement in the shadows, and you sense the familiar presence of the Yeti. You see its form disappear behind a distant tree yet again. You will have to clear a Trick of Light with progress to track down the Yeti again. Did I read the wrong one? Sorry, 39.2. Sorry, that was probably spoilery. You see a dark shadow moving through the trees. You freeze, trying to get a better look at it. The shape seems humanoid, but taller than you, with a slightly forward-sloping posture. It steps into the light for a moment, and you catch a glimpse of a being covered in long fur. Then it steps behind a tree and vanishes. You hurry to the spot where you last saw it, but find nothing. I wonder what it is. You have to clear a Trick of Light with progress to track down the mysterious figure. All right. It's a man in a suit. It's a man in a ghillie suit. Let's see, on a sun, if there's an odd number of progress on this feature, shuffle it into the path deck. So if there's an odd number, then you cry. And this is a feature, it's not a being. It's not fatigue or anything, so it's not like it's bad. It is another thing we can try to do. It is a feature, though. So, oh, that's funny. We could add trail markers to it. if we wanted to. Which is hilarious because traversing or like things that interact with a feature is like how you would get progress on that thing. That was the first card, right? Yeah, we drew these two on setup. So we still have another path card to draw for this character. And it is a Prowling Wolfhound. If there's another predator in play, this predator comes into play exhausted. There's not. But it's a 4 harm and 6 progress threshold. We do not have enough fatigue for it to injure us yet, so it's not that big of a deal. Other than its stupid 2 presence. Could be Walk With Me's time to shine. What do we want to traverse? We got to get that thicket out of there. Mountains are bad. I can dodge too, which is fine and wonderful. Okay, at the beginning, well, this person's going to go first. At the beginning of this character's turn, we're going to ask our friendly ranger over here if Oru could go play with the Wolfhound. Sure, here, let's have Oru playing with the Wolfhound. For 2 progress, we move it up there. And then we are going to traverse the thicket for 3. 4. Let's use all of them. We're going to go 5 because we're interacting with a feature. So we're sitting at 5. I want to hold on to our boundary sensor stuff. Sitting at 5 on fitness. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So we go down to 4. Yeah, that's fine. It's actually perfect. So we put 4 progress on the thicket. It's a 2R, so that clears the thicket. Then we're going to play Walk With Me at a cost of 1 spirit. After you succeed a traverse test, add progress to it being equal to your effort. This is in addition to the test standard effect. So we pay 1 spirit. We're going to add 4 progress over here, taking it to 6. Good job, Oru, for helping us understand what was going on with that Wolfhound. It is a predator, does not help us over here. All right, crests. Urgency of the task weighs on you. Suffer a fatigue. If there are 2 active predators, there's no active predators. So we're done with that. So the one thing about the Deep Woods that sucks is that it's a huge presence blocker to interacting with the outpost, right? Yes. Yes is the answer. Sunbury Bramble is also a fatiguing thing. I'm not the greatest traverser. However, we should probably save that for... Let's try to get some prey out. We're going to scout. Maybe we can get the Caustic Mulcher down. So we're going to use Riri's scouting ability. It's awareness plus reason. So we're going to use our 2 awareness plus thoughtful is 1. So we're sitting at 3. And plus we have to remember we've got this headset over here. So we're looking at awareness. It's a 0. Okay. So this gives us 3, 4. We get to scout 4 path cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we got here? Let's get some of this prey out. Let's move this obstacle and this Woolhound to the bottom. So these 2 are going to go on top. These 2 are going to go down to the bottom. Okay, so that's how we're putting them on the deck. And then we draw 1 path card. Gives us a buck. Okay. We've already used our fitness on this side. Do we got any tricks in our cards? That's an attachment. We've already used our fitness, so we can't do that. We haven't put trail markers out yet. We probably want to save our focus to pump up field journal. I mean, I guess we could use Riri. We've got nothing blocking us, right? Yeah. Why not? We're also going to scout with Riri. Add a strength of 3. Yeah, there's nothing in front of us because the stuff that's within reach of us blocks, or is in between us and this ranger. So we're looking at 3. Oh wait, I gotta do the sun. Nothing. We're not putting tokens out yet. If there's an odd number, there's not. If there's another active Sitka buck, exhaust this being. No. Okay, now our next one is also awareness. -2. Well, that's not nice. It still passes because it's 1 against 1. We get an extra card because of this. So we're only really getting 1 piece of new information because we know that there's a Sitka buck on top. You get another Sitka buck. I don't know what we should do. What should we do? What should we do? Technically, they both would go back on top. And then I draw this one like that. Okay. Back over to here. Let's connect with the Sitka buck. We are at a strength of 3. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, plus the suns, right? Nothing, nothing. And we have to shuffle. We're gonna do some connect test shenanigans, I think, maybe. It's not really shenanigans. I want to show off some more combos. Where is Pt2? Pt2 needs to come out to play too. Okay, so we're going to exhaust Riri for the first time, I think, to add 1 harm to a being in the same area as Riri. We're putting a harm on this Sitka buck. Then we're going to play Healing Touch. Discard 1 harm from a being to add 3 progress to it. Costs us a spirit. So this gets exchanged for this. That is our turn, unless we want to use an exhaust ability. Not right now, because we have no fit energy in this pool over here. Okay, so now what is this character going to do? Probably just rest, because we only have focus left. Are there any exhaust abilities I want to use? Oh, I cheated. This should be exhausted when you scout. Well, okay, I'm not gonna roll that back. So you only get to do this once a round. I've been cheating a little bit. That's okay. Reading is hard. Yeah, so I think this character is going to rest, and when we rest, we put equal to our focus energy. We've got 2 focus left. Okay, you're done. Now the question is, do I want to connect with the buck? I think so. I think so. We'll spend these 2 plus 1 off of this, so we're sitting at 3 spirit trying to connect with this buck. Okay, it's a 0. So that takes it to 5. That clears it. It's going to move over to here. Then we're going to spend 1 fit to play Follow in Footsteps. After you succeeded a connect test, add progress to a feature equal to your effort. We're going to put 3 progress on the Deep Woods. Yes. Now, I think we are also going to spend an energy and exhaust this to add, let's add a charge to this. Aid card. This character rested. We've only got 1 focus left over here. Oh, sun effects. Nothing. There's not an odd number on this, so good with that. We're also going to rest over here. We cannot travel, so we go to refresh. Refresh all of this. Refresh this. Come on, tokens. Draw a card. Got bold, which will help us with some of these features. copy of this. 2 here, 1 here. This stuff is all already refreshed. Draw a card. Boundary sensor, beautiful. Now I'm comfortable with spending these. Okay, start a new round. Draw path cards. Or Sitka Buck. We cheated, knew what that was. And then, no. Caustic Mulcher. Beings attached to this being do not ready. If a ranger token is on this biomeld, you cannot travel, and rangers on this biomeld cannot be moved except by this test. It's a fit test plus conflict. Remove it or unattach a being from it. If you unattach a being, place it in the same area as this biomeld. On Suns, if there's another active being, exhaust it and attach it to this biomeld. If not, move your ranger token to this biomeld. When the crest comes out, add 1 harm to each being affected to this biomeld. Each ranger with their token here suffers a injury. And this is not a predator. So our whistle's not going to do anything for us here. Now this is also blocking us. From putting progress on the northern outpost. It's not blocking us, but it's 3 fatigue. And it's a presence of 3, so it's hard to avoid. I mean, we could move it around with Oru. Okay, the Sitka Bucks. I think maybe I want to try to get them attached to the mulcher. Man. We really need to get trail markers attached to the location if we want to be able to travel. So let's do this. Just in case the bucks attack each other, I'm going to have Riri exhaust to add a harm to you. Then I'm going to have Oru move the buck here, put 2 progress on it. I think I just want to try to traverse the deep woods. Or do I want to save my fitness? Man. I really want to get that caustic mulcher out of there too, so I don't have to worry about it. Could get a lot of progress on the mulcher and move it with Homeward Bound. It is a being. Man, I don't know if Oru should move the buck, or should I play to get the mulcher out of here? He's gonna be grabbing my prey if suns come out. There's still does in the deck. Let's try to do the same thing we did last time. Let's try to double up. Let's connect with the mulcher. 3. We're going to spend homeward bound to make it 4. We're going to spend one off of this to make it 5. We're directing past this to the mulcher, so we got to take a fatigue for that. We're looking at 5. We're sitting at 5 on a spirit connection test. +1 is 6. Okay, so this is fine. So we were doing a connection test with the mulcher, right? And we got a 6. That's good, because it had a minimum of 3. And we used this. Now we're going to play this for 1 fitness. After you succeed at a connection test, add progress to a feature equal to your effort. And it was 6. That cost us a fitness. So we're going to add 6 to this, which takes Deep Woods to 9, which discards Deep Woods because its threshold is 8. Okay. Things are happening. Is that everything? I think so. Crest, nothing. Urgency, suffer a fatigue. If there are 2 active predators, this is not a predator. These are both prey. Add 1 harm to each being attached to this battle meld. Each ranger with their ranger token suffers 1. If there's an active Sitka Doe, suffer an injury. There's not. That's not active. And a shuffle. Okay. It's not entirely efficient, but before this ranger's turn ends, at the end of their turn, I can use exhaust abilities. I'm going to use this and spend this focus to add an energy to this. Then I'm going to exhaust this to use a morsel off of this. We've got 3 fit in here. He's got 2 cards in the fatigue stack, so we will get those. Okay. All right. Now, connecting with the mulcher with this character is not a great idea. However, we could dodge the mulcher with our amazing ability. But I think we should add trail markers first. It's going to cost us 1 fitness. We're going to add trail markers to the location. We're not performing a test, so we should be good with that. It's not like fatiguing us or anything. Now, what do we do over here? I think we're probably done over here. Unless we want to try to pet Oru. We do not have any hearts. Let's try it. So we're going to spend 1 fit to try to pet Oru. It's a difficulty of 1, so we just need 0 or higher on a fitness test. All right, we got a 0. So that readies Oru, and we get to soothe 1 fatigue. Okay, we got an exploration. think we actually got that one back into our deck. Mountain effects, no. We don't have trail tokens. If there's an active predator, there's not. Okay, so end of our turn, we're going to use the exhaust ability to move a being. We're going to move the mulcher down here, add 2 progress. So we're sitting at 8. Oh wait, if there's an active prey, I didn't read this one. So there was an active prey. Exhaust it, add progress to it, and harm to this feature, both equal to that prey's presence. So we add progress to this and harm to this. Okay. Now back over to here. We're going to work on that. Two plus 1. It does have a presence of 2. So we're sitting at 3. We're going to add an exploration token from Masterwork, so we're sitting at 4. We can't use that. We're sitting at 4. Okay, 0. So we were at 4. This, when 1 or more progress is added, we add another one. I don't know why I put it there. So that takes it to 5. That has to get exhausted. Oh wait, I should have dodged the buck with my roll. Sorry about that. Dodged the buck with my roll, so we don't take fatigue from that. That goes to 5. Then let's do mountain effects. If it added progress, we add an additional one, so we're at 6. Then other mountains, not active. Active predator, no. That's all the mountains. We're going to use some thing from our staff here to add 1 to a trail. This is now a trail because of this, and whenever progress is added, increase it by 1, so that takes it to 8. We can travel whenever we want to. So I think we're in a good I almost want to scout just to know what's coming up and maybe move obstacles down. Yeah, let's scout. So we're going to spend 2 awareness. We're using Riri's scouting ability, so we're sitting at 2. 0. So we get to scout 2. Sitkado and Sunberry Bramble is fun. Oh, we get to scout 3 actually because of this, so we have to remember to exhaust it. And a Prowling Woolhund. I think these are all fine. I think it's fine if the Woolhund comes up next time. What's the doe is a 4, is a 2/4. I want the doe to probably, I think I want the doe to come here, which is going to happen right now because we have to draw a path card. And the bramble. I just don't want an overgrown thicket to come out because that's an obstacle that will stop us from traveling until we clear it. Okay. Should I? Oh, let's do the crests. Suffer 1 fatigue, urgency of the task. 2 active predators? No. Let's move this over here because I don't think we're going to be able to deal with that this time. And crest here. There's no beings attached to caustic mulcher. All right. Let's try to connect with something. The buck, I guess. This one. Do I have hearts I want to add? Or I could fatigue. I could get fatigue and try to just clear this one. And then we only need 1 more prey before we travel. It's going to be berries and predator, right? Our intention translator has already been used, so I was trying to get them to fight each other, but now I don't really know if, well, I do have this to protect me, even though there's a doe out. I think it might be wasteful though, because if I want to clear this one and this one, let's try to connect here. So we're gonna have 2. We'll take a fatigue for going past this doe, this buck, I mean. And we're sitting at a 2 on a spirit test. Okay, +1. So that means 3 on here would clear it. Goes to our prey stack. Crest. We suffer a fatigue. Some trail mix morsels will be nice now. Active predators, no. If there's an active Sitka doe, no. And we have to shuffle. There's a lot going on when you're playing with 2 characters and you're trying to talk through everything. I don't think we're going to get to tidy up the northern outpost right now either. Oh, come on now. We're not going to be doing any more scouting, so everyone's just resting. We're resting with 2 here. Takes this to 4. Let's refresh everything. Draw a card. Refresh everything. Our little friends over here. Draw a card. Where is Pt2? Pt2 is like hiding. All right, we gotta do this right. So yeah, we got our Sunbury Bramble and the Wool Hunt. If there's another predator in play, the predator comes into play exhausted, but there's not, because the caustic mulcher is not a predator. Now, so those are our 2 path cards drawn. Do I care about getting rid of the caustic mulcher? I don't think so, because I think we can do this without needing to worry about it. So right, if we connect and then move and then everybody just rests. Oh, the problem would be if we draw a sun symbol. If I don't get rid of the mulcher. We would then have to get this buck into our thing to be the 5th presence. Or else my Ranger token is going to end up on the mulcher. Oh, we got to take this down to 1. I could try to do it without taking tests, but that would take 2 rounds, and then I'm probably going to get an overgrown thicket out of the deck up there. So this is interesting. I could... Okay, if this fails, I think I have a way to harm out this Sitka buck, maybe. Oh no, I have a way to harm out the doe. I just can't draw a sun, or else it gets... Well, like, okay. If there's another active being, exhaust it and attach it to this biomeld. If not, move. There's nothing that says that I can't, like, keep connecting with stuff that the caustic mulcher has in its mouth. Like, can Oru pull stuff away from the caustic mulcher? I think I'm gonna look this up. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't think Oru is going to be able to do that. So I think the safest thing actually to do is going to be to strike the doe with the staff over here. We'll take a fatigue from this buck doing it, but I think we'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine, right? Before I do that though, I'm going to, at the start of this ranger's turn, I can use exhaust ability. So I'm going to use this exhaust ability on the trail mix to soothe fatigue equal to the fit. So it's 3. We got a walk with me, another trail markers, and a persuasive. Everything's coming up gravy. Then we're gonna use this exhaust ability, spend our focus, I guess, to take trail marker or trail mix back up to 2. We are going to strike the Sitka doe. So it says fit plus conflict. It's a difficulty of 2. Add 1 harm to a being for every 2 effort. If you fail, suffer 1 injury. We do not plan on failing. We are going to dodge the wool hunt. The Sitka buck will fatigue us for 1, and we are now down to 3 cards. That's a bummer, because we're going to have to deal with arriving at our other place. I'm not sure exactly, I don't remember exactly what happens when you travel with that thing, that lure thing. So our day's almost over. Anyways, we're striking at the Sitka doe. We're spending 3 fit. Since we're almost done here, let's just conflict it up. So that's 3, 4, 5, and let's just make sure we end up with 2 harm on it, right? Well, let's keep 1 because I can always use Riri. if things go super poorly. We're not going to fail though. So we're sitting at 5 against its presence of 1 on a fitness test is -1. So that's 4. It's 1 for every 2, so that's 2 harm. We didn't fail, so we're not going to suffer an injury. We do not have to exhaust this. It doesn't say exhaust it. We did that to avoid this. We took our fatigue from that. And it clears from harm, goes into our prey stack. We did not add progress. We don't have to remove trail tokens. All mountains are active because we interacted. If there's an active prey, exhaust it, add progress to it, and harm to this feature. So we're going to exhaust this. If there's an active predator, exhaust it. Which one do I want to do first? Then add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. I don't think it matters. If there's an active prey, exhaust it, add progress to it, and harm to this equal to its presence. So that would harm clear this up to there. There are no more active prey, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, I think we are now just going to travel. But first, just for fun, so I can say I did it, I'm going to use Oru to move the Caustic Mulcher and add 2 progress, which clears the Caustic Mulcher. Yay, just for fun. We have 8 up here. Okay, so we can travel away. This is arrive at a new location while there's 5 or more total presence. So there is a specific time when that happens. And it is, mission to arrive at is in 5. So let's go through this. Clear the play area. So this gets discarded. Sorry, Northern Outpost, we did not get to fix you up this time. Yeah, we only had a wool hunt and an overgrown thicket in there. Clean this up. And we're gonna, I think, just go back down to Golden Shore. But we'll look at the map here in a second. Pivotal locations. Only 2 cards because Lun is on here. Those don't get put back in. These are forest cards. Back in here. Let's look at the map. Because if I go through, so let's look at this. If I go to Aatrox Mountain, that's also forest, and a lot of the safe cards are not in the path, are not going to be put into the path deck. Oh, the same thing with Golden Shore. Man, the thing that's a bummer. Yeah, we're going to go to Golden Shore. Because I think we can traverse. I've only got 3 cards, and I'm about to draw one of them. There's not going to be a lot of prey in the forest. And I want to be able to travel so I can camp to get Artel's reward card into my deck. Man, this is kind of a bummer. So Golden Shore, we actually have to read something different because last time we had Artel with us. And I guess we get the forest cards right back out. So we're creating the path deck. We need 3 random valley cards. We can take a lot of fatigue on this side to try to do some traversing so that we can travel to camp. But we also have to deal with whatever's going to happen on this lure mission over here. All right, 1, 2, 3 valley cards. One, 2, 3. Read the campaign guide entry noted on the back of the location card. For Golden Shore is 12. Hardtails in play? No. Wherever sunlight kisses the shoreline, you can see how the Golden Shore earned its name. Countless flecks of gold glitter beneath the water, sparkling through the light reflected off the surface. A wind comes in off the water, causing the grass to rustle with a soft hiss. Okay. Then the next step is to do missions to arrive at, and we have to arrive at a new location when there's 5 or more total presents. Go to 1.42. Lure quiet, go to 142A. It took some time to find enough bait and even longer to get close to one of her hunting grounds. She's nowhere to be seen, but you don't have any interest in using yourself as bait. Instead, you release the prey animals and observe from a distance. You wait for hours before you spot movement. You hold your breath as the sleek, shadowy form of the largest bearded lynx you've ever seen slips out of the underbrush. With quiet right before you, you have a choice. You can try to understand and perhaps even befriend a lynx, as Nal would want, or you can try to kill her and ensure the valley's safety, as Cordo would want. Flip the Lure Quiet card over to its confront side, but don't change your mission log. If you don't complete the confrontation today, you will have to track her down again. Put Quiet into play within reach of a ranger of your choice. Do not read her entry. Return all set-aside prey to the collection. Then if you've understood the mulcher, go to 142D. Well, we have not understood the mulcher, so we don't get to do that. Understood the mulcher, huh? Now, I know Chub Frog asked about this. Well, let's look at the confront side. Well, if you found the mega predator, you found the mega predator, now it's time to deal with it once and for all. When the subject of this mission is cleared, resolve the following effects instead. Okay, so we would read that. If the predator has 2 R or more progress, resolve its crest effect. If the predator has 3 or more harm, move it. Okay. Then it said, dang it, what did it say? She comes into play somewhere. Put Quiet into play within reach of a ranger of your choice. Do not read her entry. A ranger of your choice. Ambush. Well, we know where that's going right off the bat just because of the ambush. We do not want extra fatigue over here. Okay, I got to throw in another cut and look up because I know there was a question about do these just not make it into the path deck, because we created the path deck before they got added back to the collection. So I'll be right back. Yeah, so I've built a path deck already, so those cards that were attached to that are not eligible to be in there. So, okay, lead ranger has to draw 1 path card. Sunberry Bramble, okay. And now we're going to do the refresh step. So now this is turning over to midday sun again. When we rested, I should have got that. We refresh that. Yes. Hang on. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. Oh, quiet. Now we refresh phase, we draw a card. Pt2, finally. Draw a card. We're down to 2 cards over here. So we have a lot we have to do on this turn. Starting a new round. Drawing a path card. Oh boy. If there's another predator in play, this predator comes into play exhausted. Boom. Quiet exhausts you. Thank goodness. And Renkobo. It's a benign card, which is excellent. 83. Renkobo enters play through. The man's broad face has been weathered by years of strong wind, and his eyes are surrounded by a forest of wrinkles from a lifetime of squinting into the sun. He pulls his hand out of the pocket of his long coat and thrusts it forward. He speaks with the drawl of the Messapian sea folk. Renkobo's the name, he says, traveling merchant and master of commerce of the Sunray Flotilla at your service. Perhaps you'd like to make a trade? If not, we can simply share the road. I see we are traveling in the same direction. This is a feature, so technically it's going to get 2 trail tokens on it from our search mission. Finding Lund today is not going to be possible, in addition to trying to deal with quiet. And traveling is probably not... probably not going to happen either. We got to get 10 on there. Oofta. Well, we did get Pt2. See now, but Pt2, darn it. You're going to be using up my spirit. I needed you a while ago, man. Mr. Little Ferret, man. I need hearts, so... But taking tests is also dangerous. Yeah, taking tests is very dangerous. I could try to get 4 right away with Oru. But before I do that... I don't know if trail markers, do I just try to go big here? We're going to try to get the progress we need. That's 3. We're doing a traverse test, so that's 4. We're going to use trail markers for 5. Do I do it? Day's almost over, so 6 with boundary sensor. I don't have fit to spend, so we're sitting at 6. It'd be a very nice game if you gave me a 0 or a +1 here. What did I do with Renkobo? I didn't move him. He's friendly, so he's not going to fatigue us. That's fine. Oh, a progress on a location? Rin, you're amazing. We're sitting at 6. Looking at fitness, it's a 0. Okay, so that's step 1 towards our desires. It's a crest. Suffer fatigue. Darn it. There's an active predator, there's not. Those are spent. Now I just need to find a way with this ranger to get 10. Wait a minute, do I have a walk with me? I do. So that was 6 progress, right? Oh, this is amazing. 6 progress. We spend a spirit to play walk with me. After you succeeded a traverse test, add progress to a being equal to your effort. This is in addition to the test's standard effect. We got 6. So we put 6 on a being. Amazing. Any other responses? No. Let's not get greedy, right? Or let's. Okay, we're gonna go big. 3 plus 1 from our translator. We're doing a connection test here. I just added. No hearts, right? I have no hearts. Pakoto, you came to the party too late, man. Oh, however, wait a minute. Let's do this first. We will trail mix to soothe these fatigue. Maybe there's a heart in here. There is. There's healing touch. Oh. Well, I don't have the spirit to play it. Fine. That's fine. So we're at 3, 4, 5 with healing touch. Looking at a spirit test here. Plus 1 is 6. It just doesn't get any better than that, because that takes us to 12 on quiet as far as progress goes. And this, there was no crest effect on here. Okay, wait, let me slow down. I think I can't remember if I suffered a fatigue from that crest. It doesn't matter because I'm going to rest and end the day anyway without fatiguing out in just a second here, because we're going to be able to travel. We don't have any obstacles. We should be good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so quiet clears, and it says, clear with progress. Befriend and claim the beast so it no longer... Befriend and calm the beast so it is no longer an issue. 1.43. Confront progress. Quiet. Bloody, wary, and uncowed, you carefully approach the angry bearded lynx. Quiet hisses at you, baring her fangs, but doesn't flinch or snap at you as you reach your hand to her nose. She sniffs cautiously, and then to your surprise and amazement, she leans forward and gives you an affectionate head rub, then sends you tumbling over your backside. Quiet starts to purr quietly, and you feel a warmth steal your soul at the sound, as if you have some sort of deeper connection with her. You're not sure how you know, but you're convinced she won't come after anyone in the nearby villages now. She seems a lot more interested in you, so she might keep a wary eye on you from afar, and perhaps help you when you need aid. Complete the Lure Quiet mission. Permanently remove Quiet from the Valley set. Gain the Quiet reward card. Each ranger soothes 2 fatigue. Okay, complete the Lure Quiet mission. We cross it off. We permanently remove Quiet from the Valley set, so I guess I'll just keep her the opposite direction. Gain the quiet reward card. Oh, I forgot to write. Artel, vaulting rod, and quiet are now on there. Rewards. There are a lot of them. Two fitness. Friendly, persistent, unique. Add 3 harm to a being and harm to quiet equal to that being's presence. And wouldn't you know, I have a little mini for quiet also that I should have had out while she was out here, but that's another possible reward card for us to do. Each ranger soothes 2 fatigue. There's no fatigue here. Over here, we've got some personality cards. Okay, mountain. Remove 1 trail token. This is completed. If there's an active prey, there's not. We didn't even have to use Oru or like Riri to do anything strange. So I don't think there's anything else that's like worth trying to do for this day. We will still have search when we start tomorrow. So I think we're going to rest and travel. We need to decide where we're traveling to because we have 6 progress on Golden Shore. I kind of want to go back to Lone Tree Station, I think. Well, so what are we supposed to do here? When we have 4 R or more trail tokens on this mission, I don't know if we have to take Lun back to Northern Outpost. Are there a lot of features? So we're at Golden Shore. We don't want to go back to Northern Outpost to do the search because we can't search at a ranger place, right? We also can't search at Lone Tree Station because that is that's also a ranger station. I'm wondering, just in case, maybe we go down to Mount Nim along the lake shore and then over to White Sky, because I don't think White Sky's a ranger station. Trying to search for Lun, or we could go down the fractured wall. I think we're going to go to Mount Nim. Mount Nim is where we're going to travel to, and we're going to camp so that we can add reward cards to our deck. Okay, I think that's it for day 1. This game is amazing. There's a lot to think about, especially when you're solo two-handing. But even solo, there would be a lot to think about. It's been a long 2 videos, so I'm not going to belabor the point, but I'm loving this game. So far, I love everything about it. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a lot of me talking and reading cards and stuff out of the journal, but yeah, again, I love this game. So, okay, like I said, hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you enjoy everything I'm putting up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.